The 0-2. Hammered, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat, and I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at stat.
He hauls it in, 2 away.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
And it's fouled away. Paredes, 25 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. Runner takes off. Cut on and miss. Throw is low, and he can't pick it. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, a nice lead and a nice steal there to get into scoring position with the heart of the order at the plate. That might just lead them to pitching around these hitters a little more because of the open base, but it's early in this ball game. Can't imagine it'll change the attack plan too much.
Man on second, 2 down. And he dodges that fastball. That one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Harold Ramirez up next for the Rays. Man at second. Goes down looking. Bottom of the first. Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Ryan Noda. That's in for a strike. And a swing and a miss.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Here comes a pitch. Got him swinging. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
Well, he showed a lot of conviction with the fastball there, not just because of the velocity, but also the ability to command it on the inside part of the plate. The last thing you want to do with 2 strikes is just get too far in there and it gets away and it hits the batter. So when I see a 2-strike fastball bunch up a guy like that, it tells me there's a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Fought off foul. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
And the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-2.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning alive.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. 1 left for Oakland, scoreless after 1. And we're back, all set for the start of the inning. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Harold Ramirez.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
The pitch. That's towards center. Ruiz in position. And out number 1 on the grab. Richie Palacios next to hit for the Rays. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
No ball.
Second inning here, no score. That one ripped. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That's out number 2. And now it's Jose Siri. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That one misses. Ball one.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
2 outs, base is empty. Falling behind 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Brown makes the grab on the run. The bottom of the second, no score. Back in Oakland, now it's J.D. Davis. And there's the strike. Curveball drops in there.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
And 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Stays alive. Missed with a changeup. It's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's the 2-2. Got it by him for the K.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
This is J.J. Bleday. In there at the knees. 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Righty to the plate. Got him. 2 away.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Shea Langoliers now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
I tell you what, I think we all just jumped across that line.
Top half of the 3rd inning, and the batter now, Jose Caballero. As the lefty gets to work, swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Well, these Rays definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs.
Hung up in a rundown now. Tag got him, and he can't scramble back in time. Way too much of a turnaround first there. And here's the catcher, Rene Pinto. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. And the 0-1. In the air to left down the line. Bleday settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
There's a swing and a drive. And that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Now a relay to second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
All over that one right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So man aboard, and now it's Brandon Lau, and he's already singled in this game. That pitch clips the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting. You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
That misses the zone. 1-2 to count. Wouldn't chase that time. Top of the third, no score. And it's filled up.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And right back to the mound. Over to first. That ends the frame. Great. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Yuri Ruiz. That one's in there. And the count even 1-1. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Off balance throw in time. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Right through there for a strike.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
Struck him out swinging. Had him out front for strike 3.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Now here is Ryan Noda. Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and a base hit. And that extends the inning.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Snaps it to third. Snap throw. And a big swing and a miss. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And that will end the inning. The A's strand 1, and we are still scoreless. Start of the fourth. Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. And a swing and a miss there. Arozarena goes 5 feet 11 inches, 185 pounds, and he's the former Rookie of the Year. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And that one fouled off. Nobody out, runner at first. Now snap throw to first. Arozarena back in standing. Arozarena on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw safe.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
Hard hit right side. Steps on first for the out.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
Ramirez swings through it for strike one.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye.
Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing and a tapper that rolls. Foul. Oh, 0-2 now, and that's outside. That one not close. Now 2-2. Two outs. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and it falls. Oh, the throw is over his head. And he'll make it to second base with two gone. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Siri swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. And that's a base hit coming home. He scores, and they lead by 2.
Back-to-back base hits. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. Runner on the go. Fly ball down the line. and that is a foul ball.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor.
Runner goes again. Pitch misses. Throw, save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
On the ground, right side. They limit the damage here. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead to the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Rays 2 and the A's nothing. Back here in the East Bay at the plate, Brent Rooker. Bradley back to work. That just misses, and it's 1-0.
You know, these A's, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Right side. Lau sends it to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. So here's Brown at the plate. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1. This one in the air, right field. Palacios grabs it on the run. Now it's J.D. Davis. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that keeps the inning going.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Fastball for a strike. Outside. Ball 3.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Davis off of first with 2 away. Got him. Picks up strikeout number 7. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played 4. We go to the top of the 5th, and now the catcher for the Rays, Rene Pinto. The pitch. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
Well, these Rays doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning. That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
So the lineup flips over. Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. He swings and fouls one off.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Lau at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. The 0-2.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one hammered way back there. Get out of town. And they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
Really impressive hitting the ball that far going into the wind. Nothing was going to stop it from getting over the wall.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. There's a strike.
No ball. One strike.
Kicks and fires. In the air, right side. Sizes this one up. Brings it in. And that is that. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to him. Shea Langoliers. On the ground. And it goes just foul.
You know, these Athletics just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, he made pretty quick work of them right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Ruiz takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. The A's trailing by 3, last half of inning number 5. That one out to right. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in around second now, going for 3. And he's got himself a triple. Digging in for Oakland, Nick Allen. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Next pitch is downstairs. Ruiz stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. And there's a ball.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Ryan Noda. Ball 1, no strikes.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play, minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter's side, nice job of laying off that pitch.
And another ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
On the ground, 2 ball. Over to Lau. To Diaz. That's 2. So they've been held scoreless through 5. Rays 3 and the A's nothing. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, number 69.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. Swing, and he breaks his back. Tosses to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Well, as a hitter, it can be kind of tough. You get a hard-throwing reliever that comes in the ball game. You don't know exactly what his pitches are doing, and that clearly blew him up on the hand, sawed off that bat. Tell you what, the bat companies, they're pretty happy when guys like this come in out of the bullpen.
Harold Ramirez at the dish. Base hit, so a man aboard now with 1 away.
The right fielder, number 1, Richie.
Now, Richie Palacios, 1 for 2. That one outside, and that's ball 1. Man at first, 1 away. Here goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. And safe. It's a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents...
Runner goes again in the dirt. And he steals third without a throw. And a pitch.
Ball.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, too. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
In the air out to center. Settles under it. And he makes the catch. Runner tags from third. The throw's offline. He's saved. And it's 4-0.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at-bat. Got the job done.
Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. And that one fouled off.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. So it's 1 run, 1 hit. Back in Oakland, bottom of the 6th inning. Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Zach Geloff. The right-hander back to work. Fastball for a strike.
Well, this guy on the mound's done a lot better than we would have expected, and the hitters just don't seem to have the right game plan.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Well, that's a good start to the inning for this offense. They instantly get a base runner, and he can absolutely fly, Boog. I think he's a little faster than you. He might be at second real soon.
And the righty deals. Got him looking. 1 out.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Here comes the 0-1.
Ball 1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Ball. No.
Just misses with that one.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Caught him looking for the K. J.D. Davis up next for the A's. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count. You've got to figure out a way.
Runner on the move. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Can't connect on the curveball. Struck him out. 1 left for Oakland. They're down 4-0. Top of inning number 7. Stepping in, Jose Caballero. And the right-hander back to work. Swing and a ball popped up. Geloff sizing this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. Rene Pinto next to hit for the Rays. And first offering is fouled off. And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. The Athletics have some bullpen action. Trevor Gott up and loosening in the pen. Alexander also throwing. Allen sends it across the first. Gets the catcher by a step. So the Rays batting order turns over. Yandy Diaz now. On the ground to third. And that's just foul. Yo, 1. Swing and a miss.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
Wouldn't chase that time. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. On a line, base hit.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get the
runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second and great jump.
When you're trying to swipe a bag against an elite level arm behind the plate like this guy, you better get a great jump and hope that your speed can finish this job. That was a great jump right there. Really nice steal of second base.
2 outs. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Righty delivers, and that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. So first and second with 2 outs. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Randy Arozarena. That to right. Fair ball. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's 5-0. On the mound now, Kyle Muller.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it. Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. Long. So they get 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left on. Lede stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Langoliers batting with 1 down, takes the strike. And there's a rocket into the outfield.
Everything came together for him. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
The pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Caballero on the move. Caballero pulls it in on the run.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Allen in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Langoliers, the runner at first with 2 gone. The shortstop takes the ball.
Looks like he was trying to get to the front door with that curveball. It's definitely a finesse pitch, but it backed up a little bit on him and stayed inside.
They get the force. That ends the inning. The A's strand 1. They continue to trail 7-0. Back here in the East Bay, we go to the 8th. Now it's the DH, Harold Ramirez. Out to center. Ruiz has a beat on it. Hauls it in for the out. Now at the plate, Richie Palacios. On the ground to short. Sends it to first. That's the 2nd out. 2 outs, base is empty. And now Jose Siri. In the air, out towards right center. On the move to the alley. Stretches out and hauls it in. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the bottom of the eighth. And here's the first baseman, Ryan Noda. This is outside. Ball one. Swings through that one for strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right side. Palacios flashes the leather on the run and catch.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Now it's going to be Zach Geloff. That one finds the zone. Strike one. In the air right field. Palacios drops steps, heads back on it. Makes the catch for the out. So digging in, Brent Rooker. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-0.
Oh, he's looking to try to finish off 8 solid innings out there on the mound. He's just getting to 100 pitches right now, man. It's been so impressive. He's been really good in this one.
Missed inside with the curve. The Rays up big in this one. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. There's the strike, 3-1. That one at the knees for a strike.
Full count.
This ball's chopped to the ground. And foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Siri makes the catch, and that'll do it. A's go quickly and quietly there. And we're back. We go to the 9th. Now up for Tampa Bay, Jose Caballero. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
That one fouled off. Runner at first with no outs here. Runner on the go. Pitch is high. Throw to second.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Ruiz settles under it and makes the catch. And there's 2 away. So the batting order turns over. Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. Right through there for a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
Ripped on the ground to second. And that is that. Bottom 9. Now it's the right fielder, Seth Brown. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
He's been so sharp today, even over 100 pitches thrown. His skipper is leaving him in there to finish the job.
And that one clips the corner.
And this is situation you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
And base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And here it comes. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a pitch. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Brown on at first. Nobody out. Just off the inside edge.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. There's 1 to Diaz. That's 2.
Pretty lengthy at bat right there, and usually the hitter wins that battle after seeing so many pitches, but instead the exact opposite, or maybe even worse than that, grounds into a double play. Tough at bat to swallow.
This to third. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Rays get a shutout on the mound.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive prowess that these hitters.
You know me, I'm your OG, low key, I be so